likes to eat healthy foods and stay in shape.
Did you know that garlic, ginger, and hot peppers can help lower your blood pressure?
My dad's gonna cook something very good for you, especially if you have high blood pressure.
Just want to warn you, this dish is only for those who like really hot and spicy foods. If you like things hot, this dish is for you. Well, it's time to start cooking this stuff, so watch how I do it. Well, what I've got to do is I got to get all my supplies out. I got my pots and pans, my knives. I got to get everything ready so we can get on with this. Well, I need a pan and I need a pot. The pan's going to be for the chicken and the pot's going to be for the ginger because I'm going to be boiling some ginger in water. I'm going to go ahead and fill this up with water. I like to use filtered water. Fill that up. Alright, I'm going to put the water on the stove. Turn that on high. Well, here's the ingredients that you need to make this dish. You're going to need some boneless chicken thighs, preferably no skin on them. Hot ground cayenne pepper. The hotter, the better. Some ground ginger, some ground garlic, black pepper, liquid smoke, preferably natural hickory flavor with no salt in it. About 10 cherry tomatoes, some garlic, some habanero peppers, jalapeno peppers, fresh ginger, and to sweeten it, we're going to use some stevia. Now I can use, I would suggest using 4 little packets of stevia, but if you have it in a container in full form, you can use a half of a teaspoon. And there's other alternatives for sweeteners, but I recommend stevia since it's all natural and this is what we're trying to keep this recipe here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting my vegetables, my peppers together, and I'm going to start cutting them up, and I'm going to, cut up my tomatoes and dice up my garlic, and then I'm going to start cutting my ginger. I'm going to cut about 6 slices of this, about this big here, and I'm going to put them in the boiling water, which I've already got boiling. Okay, when you have your ginger cut, make sure it's nice and yellow. Okay, if it's not yellow, then it means it's not fresh. So make sure your ginger is nice and yellow in the middle. You don't want something that's turning green and brown. It means it's been sitting too long. All right, my water's boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my sliced ginger into the pot. I'm going to add the stevia to the simmering ginger and water mixture after it's been simmering for about 10 minutes. Well, I've added the stevia, so now I'm going to let it simmer for another additional 5 minutes, but we're going to turn it down now. We're going to turn it down to low so we don't burn anything. Well, it's been 5 minutes and I poured the stevia and the ginger juice mixture into this cup here, and I've also separated the sliced ginger and put it on a plate, which you can have later for a snack. I mean, the stevia does sweeten it up some, but if you want to also sweeten it up a little bit more, just sprinkle a little bit of stevia on top of it, and they'll taste just like crystallized ginger, but it won't have all the sugar that the crystallized ginger has, because when they do that, they put it in sugar, and I tell you what, it could just be too sweet. Alright, so now I've got my chopped up peppers, my chopped up hot peppers, and the garlic and tomatoes, and of course I've got the chopped up chicken thighs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those chicken thighs and put them in a bowl, and then I'm going to start adding my spices, my other spices, my liquid smoke, black pepper, the ginger, the garlic, and of course the hot cayenne pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and add that now. Alright, I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of the liquid smoke. That gives it the real good hickory smoke flavor. And then I'm going to add my cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of garlic, some ground ginger. I do about a teaspoon of that, and my ground pepper. I'm going to let it soak for about 30 minutes. So stick around, and about 30 minutes later, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to put this into the pan. Well, it looks like the pan's hot enough, the oil's nice and hot, so now I'm going to add the chicken that's been marinating for 30 minutes. All right, so I'm going to put this chicken in here. Mix that around real good. I'll tell you what. Make sure your ventilation system is really good in your house, because when you start to work with hot peppers, I'm going to tell you what, the air quality in your house is going to be questionable. I mean, it's going to be hard to breathe. The pepper is going to really, you're going to feel it in your lungs, your eyes will burn. So make sure your ventilation is working good in your house. So you have like a stovetop range fan or something, turn it on all the way up. If you don't, make sure your windows are up or your circulation is going, because that stuff will burn. Very strong fumes. About 3 minutes, I'm going to add the vegetables, the peppers, the hot peppers. Alright, I've added the peppers and everything in there. So I'm going to stir it in real good. The air is going to get crazy in here. In about 1 minute, I'm going to add the ginger syrup that I made. In about a minute, we'll add that. Okay. Time to add a ginger syrup. Mix that in real good. About 5 minutes. Just got a couple more minutes left, and then we're going to be done. And then we're going to go ahead and put this on the plate. Then I'm going to chow down. Alright, on my last minute that I have to cook this, I just turn it back up to high. Gives it a glossy finish. So we like to turn that heat up towards the end. Well, it's all finished, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and serve it up, put it on my plate. The main purpose of this dish is to bring your blood pressure down. And coincidentally, the hot peppers act as part of that job to help your body circulate your blood. So basically, your blood vessels are opening up, allowing more blood flow. So the hot peppers working with the ginger and working with the garlic together on hot, spicy chicken. Now, this stuff is guaranteed to knock your blood pressure down. You have this about 3 times a week, and I say within a couple weeks your blood pressure should shoot down about 10 points to 20 points. No exaggeration. Works like a charm for me. Everybody's body's tolerance is different. I mean, it could work good for you in quicker time and may take longer for others. So that's it. Make sure you have a tongue for this stuff and a stomach for this stuff, because this is really spicy. I mean, if you take a bite and you start screaming, don't grab the water. Grab some bread, have some rice. This tastes good thrown on top of some rice. So if you want to add it to rice, put it on top of a plate of rice. There we go. Such a strong, spicy flavor. You can taste just about everything in there. The ginger complements it. And you can feel those peppers just working their magic inside you. Well, thanks for watching, and stick around next time when we show you how to make some more new style Italian meatballs.
Post a video response or a comment below if you have made this chicken, and tell us if you like it.